Have you ever wondered if you're really safe while sitting inside a taxi? Because today I want to tell you about a story that honestly shocked me. Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about safety in the Philippines and unfortunately about crime. I recently came across a news report that really caught my attention. It wasn't the kind of story that usually makes international headlines, but after reading it, I couldn't stop thinking about it. According to the report, a Korean tourist was waiting for his Grab taxi in the Baclaran area of Metro Manila. Everything seemed completely normal. The Grab arrived. He got into the back seat. The driver started heading toward the Mall of Asia in Pasay. Just another ordinary ride. Or so he thought. As many of you know, traffic in Manila can be painfully slow. While the car was barely moving, two men on motorcycles suddenly appeared, one on each side of the vehicle. Within seconds, they opened the doors, grabbed the tourist's belongings, and sped away. It all happened so quickly that nobody had time to react. When I first read this story, the first question that came to my mind was, why weren't the doors locked? Most modern cars automatically lock once they reach a certain speed. My guess is that because traffic was moving so slowly, the automatic door locks may never have activated. Whether that's exactly what happened or not, it's a good reminder to always check that your doors are locked, especially when you're sitting in the back seat. You know, hearing about this instantly reminded me of something from my own past. It reminded me of Russia in the 1990s. I actually lived through those years. Back then, after the collapse of the Soviet Union, crime was on completely different level. I was a student at the time and I remember those days very clearly. One of the most common robberies worked like this. A car would stop at a traffic light. Another vehicle would pull up behind it. Several masked men would jump out, smash the side windows, grab anything valuable inside, and disappear before anyone could react. In many cases, they'd been following their victims because they knew they were carrying cash or expensive items. Even years later, there were still reports of criminals blocking cars and breaking windows to steal valuables. Locked doors don't always help when a side window can be shattered in just a second. Now, as for the Philippines. Personally, this is the first time I've heard about a robbery happening exactly like this inside a Grab vehicle. There is another trick that people have talked about for years, especially on quiet roads at night. Someone throws a raw egg at your windshield. Your first instinct is to turn on the windshield wipers. But instead of cleaning the glass, the egg smears everywhere. Suddenly, you can barely see the road. Most drivers naturally pull over. And that's exactly what the criminals are waiting for. As soon as you stop, they ride up on motorcycles, grab your valuables, and disappear. Philippine police have warned drivers about scams like this in the past. What surprised me about this recent Grab case is that it happened in Manila, a city covered with CCTV cameras. The tourist wasn't using an unofficial taxi. He wasn't taking unnecessary risks. He was using Grab, which most people consider one of the safest transportation options in the country. And yet, according to the report, criminals still managed to target him. That tells us one important thing. Tourists are often carrying exactly what criminals are looking for: phones, cameras, passports, cash, laptops. Usually everything is inside one backpack. I also remembered another recent incident involving a well-known Russian-speaking travel blogger. He was inside a shopping mall and simply placed his backpack beside him for a few moments while dealing with some paperwork. Just a few seconds. That was all it took. When he looked down, his backpack was gone. Security cameras recorded the theft, but recovering the bag was practically impossible. His passport was inside. Later, he explained on his Telegram channel that he had to visit the Russian consulate to obtain temporary travel documents before he could continue his journey. And then, just a couple of days ago, another tragic incident made the news. This one ended much worse. On July 10th, in the town of Treza, Rizal Province, a 35-year-old American citizen was reportedly killed during an armed robbery. According to official police reports, the victim was walking along a road in Barangay San Roque at around 6 p.m. when two men riding a black Honda motorcycle approached him. The suspects were armed and announced a robbery. Police believe the victim tried to resist. The attackers initially rode away, but only moments later they came back. The passenger got off the motorcycle and shot the victim twice, once in the shoulder and once in the head. He died at the scene. The suspect stole his personal belongings, including his mobile phone and a gold chain, before escaping. Because it was raining that day, both men were wearing helmets and raincoats, making them difficult to identify. Police immediately launched an investigation and are currently reviewing CCTV footage in an effort to identify and arrest the suspects. Stories like this are heartbreaking. And unfortunately, they remind us that criminals often target people they believe are carrying valuables. So, what can we learn from all of this? First, never leave your backpack unattended, not even for a few seconds. Second, keep your passport, wallet, phone, and other important valuables as close to your body as possible. Don't keep everything in one bag if you can avoid it. And third, if you're riding in any taxi, including Grab, take just a second to make sure the doors are locked, especially when traffic comes to a complete stop. Now, I don't want anyone to get the wrong impression. Millions of people visit the Philippines every year and have an incredible experience. Most travelers never become victims of crime. The Philippines is still a beautiful country filled with friendly people, amazing beaches, incredible food, and unforgettable places to explore. But just like anywhere else in the world, crime does exist. The purpose of this video isn't to scare anyone. It's simply to remind all of us that staying alert and taking a few simple precautions can make a huge difference. I love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever experienced anything like this while traveling? Or do you have any personal safety tips that could help other travelers? Share your experience down in the comments. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.